fragmented. So we have looking at the entire ecosystem of 700 districts in this country, 40,000 routes, 80 different truck types, 900 carriers. So we have a huge amount of data and information that we have processed, and we'll just show you exactly what impact that we have created. Now, what we are looking out for people who are going to be data analysts. They're going to be working very closely with the core team, and the core team is in terms of looking at the business processes, monitoring, data acquisition, maintenance, looking at the data, analyzing the data, and seeing how we can create a huge amount of efficiencies for our clients. Okay, so what we have already done is we have looked at 12,000 crores plus of supply chain spends to analyze that, looking at 80 different companies, 900 logistics service providers. So we've already analyzed tons and tons of data. And what we have done for our clients is that we have helped them procure 1,200 crores of freights and 40,000 different lanes that we have actually mapped. And in doing all of this, we have helped them save 48 crores of rupees. And that's only tip of the iceberg of what we can actually do. So we are a company which is guided by highly accomplished people who are holding or who have held very senior positions in very large multinationals. They are big achievers in their own front. And they are the ones who guide us on a daily basis. Some of you who are going to be joining will also get an opportunity to interact with some of these highly accomplished people in the logistics, in the supply chain business. We're not only creating a company, we are actually creating an organization, and we are very, 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 very sensitive about the culture that we are building. So a culture where people come, enjoy working, get a lot of inputs, they deliver a lot of results. There are people who develop an attitude of being a go-getter, getting the work done. We encourage a lot of diversity of views. We don't want just one kind of views, people to have just one kind of views. We build a lot of trust, and we want everybody in the team to earn the trust. And we create an environment in which we can actually do this. So we are very, very sensitive about the culture of the organization that we are building. Now, what do you expect if you choose LogisticsNow? What is it that you can expect? You can expect to have a very sharp learning curve. We are going to be everybody that comes in. We don't work on dummy projects. People work on real-time projects. So projects and work that is going to really impact our lives and the lives of our clients. And we've got a very young and a vibrant energy organization. So there is a lot of fun that happens while we work. Most importantly is that you are going to create a mark on the industry. And we are here, we as an organization, we are completely transforming the logistics landscape. And you are going to be a part of an organization, a part of a movement that is actually going to be changing the world. Okay, so what do we expect from you? We expect that you think differently. It's not that we want people with thinkers. We want people who are passionate, who are dedicated to success, and that can happen when there is a diversity of views that come in. So we want people who are ready to challenge the status quo and tell us how we can do things more differently and things in a much better manner for ourselves and for our clients. I mean, we do appreciate a lot of hard work and smart work. Okay, so deadlines are very clear. People are expected to take ownership and deliver work on time. We want a buzzing mind. We said that we want people to keep having an inquisitive, a curious mind, and just look at how we can do things in a much, much better manner. Collectively, we can always do much better than what we individually do. So it's all about having a continuously a buzzing mind, a lot of energy. How does this entire process work? First, we are going to be getting all the resumes from all those people who choose to work with LogisticsNow. We'll be shortlisting the resumes based on certain criteria. We'll have a group discussion and we'll have one round of interviews. And then you will be individually contacted and we will send you a link for a personality assessment test. And post that, we're going to do a final round of interview, and then we're going to roll out the offer letters. This is some of the places that were in the mainstream media and the business newspapers, business magazines, where we've been featured, we've been talked about, and this is the buzz that we have been creating in the market. Yes, that was a short and simple presentation from us. We're going to open up for questions. Ritabrata, I invite you to take the next steps and.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Anurag. I'll open the forum for questions, and also just to add, just to pitch in after Anurag, just to add a few more points. So I've been working here for the past 1 year. I've previously worked at a consulting firm called Deloitte for 2 years before this, and what I've seen, what I've experienced, the kind of learning I've had over the last 1 year has been immense, and I'm sure. Like you guys are applying for data analysts, but you're going to learn much more than data analysis only. That's the benefit of working with us. That's the benefit of working with a startup where the culture is to keep learning and keep working on a day-to-day basis. It's from day one itself, actually from day zero, I would say, the day you onboard, you would be getting real life projects. So yeah, and that's going to help a lot for your career goals and of course us. So it's a win-win solution for both of us. I'll just take the first question. I'll add a few links for everybody, everybody's reference at the end of the call. And before that, I'm happy to take some questions. So, which type of skills required? Thanks, Pratik, for that question. For data analysis, I would the kind of role that we are offering for you guys. The skills required are Excel, of course, basic Excel, advanced Excel, and for visualization, uh, I would require people with skills in Tableau or Power BI. It's preferred but not mandatory, so we can work around our way around that. But definitely, we would require people who are skilled hands-on, at least with Excel and Tableau, right? And then, of course, we have other skills such as Python, R. If you are familiar with those softwares, then again, a great bonus point for you guys. So these are the basic skills that I require for this work. Any other questions, guys? You can put it in the chat, or you can raise your hand and you can feel free to ask me directly. Okay, what will be the criteria for resume shortlisting? Those are thanks for that question, but that is confidential based on the criteria that we set along with mUniCampus. So we would be on a high level. I can guarantee we will be focusing on uh, your grades, your experience. We have set a we are open to all kinds of experience, 0 to 3 years, and of course your grades do matter, and the skills that you have enlisted on your CV. These are some high level criteria. 2022 passed out batches are eligible. Yes, Purna. Yes, all 2022 passed out batches are eligible for the role. The CTC is, thanks Abdul for that question. The CTC is quite competitive, as aligned with the industry standards that we offer for that is offered for data executive roles. It is in the range of 5 to 8 lakhs per annum, uh, and it is variable, but it all depends on the kind of evaluation we do of your skill set and what you bring onto the table and how you fit into the organization. Along with the CTC, we do also offer certain amazing other benefits such as We have an employee stock option plan, which which is an added benefit for all employees. And we can have a detailed chat about that later on in your subsequent rounds of interviews. Sahil is asking how long will the recruitment process will take. Sahil, less than a week. We are a very fast-paced organization, and we expect uh, promptness from your end as well. And of course, we will be prompt from our end. So it's not going to be a time-consuming process. Um, Moving on to the next question by Amrish. If I know Python, then is it sufficient or not? Yeah, it will be. It's quite sufficient if you're hands-on with Python. If you are able to apply your Python skills in real life projects from day zero, then yes, it's more than enough for you to, I mean, you would be a great fit for our organization. Thanks, Mukul, for the question. The odds for selection for a mechanical engineer with required skill set, I don't look at when we evaluate, we don't look at your we don't really look at what you've studied in the past. I'm happy to onboard you, even if you're a mechanical engineer, a geologist, a doctor, anybody is fine if you have the required skill set. Yeah. So I can tell you, uh, I have a couple of folks in the organization working who are from geology department and is working in customer success and operation, right? So they have studied geology and moved on to doing something absolutely different from what they have studied. So completely, the organization is completely open to that kind of setup. Um, Himanshu asked, 2023 batch is eligible for this or not? So Himanshu, we can have a chat about it. If you're looking for an internship right now, yes, we can figure out a way for that. But preference is for full-time employees as of now. Pawan, I've already covered the package and benefits question previously. Let me know if you have any other questions. Purvesh asks, when will we get to know the assessment results? So we will, so mUniCampus will be sharing the tests for the first round of evaluation probably by tomorrow or day after, and we'll give it a couple of days for everybody to respond to the test, and then within a day we will announce the shortlist for the subsequent. Um, no, there's no bond. Just to answer that question. Sampath, thanks for the question. The job location will be Mulund. Mulund is a place in Mumbai. So Mulund West is the location. We are working from office 6 days a week. And 9 to 6 is the job timing. But of course, it's a startup. So let me clarify upfront to everybody in this forum that we 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 do say that it's 9 to 6, but it extends way beyond that. And work is the first priority for all of us. So that's the kind of culture that we have over here. So whoever onboards, we expect you also to be aligned with that culture. Shubham, yeah, I'm happy to evaluate your CV as well. If you know Python and MS Excel, it's a thumbs up from our end. Okay, Devrat has asked, could you detail out the incentives that is offered and what is the average salary? The incentives are you'll be getting a fixed bonus, you'll be getting a variable bonus along with a employee stock option plan in the future. The average salary range that we offer for this role is 5 to 8 lakhs per annum uh, based on your CV, your experience, your skill set. Utkarsh, I've already answered the job location question. The interview rounds will happen most probably next week. So do be ready for that. To answer Himanshu's question, yes, it's not preferably it's a full-time role that we're looking out for. But if your skill sets if your skill set is something that we are interested in, and if you are open to an internship, we are happy to take you on. To answer Saujany's question, assessment process will start early next week. there'll be multiple rounds of interviews that we'll conduct over the tenure of next week and the coming weeks. So I can give you a more detailed schedule as per the shortlist that mUniCampus provides us. Chandu has a question that is machine learning also a skill set that is required. Yeah, machine learning is a bonus for us. So there is always a duplicacy of job functions between data analysis and uh, full stack developer. So if you are good with machine learning, you can definitely apply, and we can have a look at it whether you fit into the data analysis role or into the full stack developer role where you can implement your machine learning skills into real life. Vinaya Reddy asks laptop availability. So all infra will be provided by the company. No worries on that. Okay, Devdutt asks a brilliant question. My master's is in environmental engineering. How is logistics now contributing to environment and sustainability? So Devdutt, I mean, we are playing a very significant role in 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 working for the betterment of our environment, and we are optimizing truck movements for our clients, for transporters. We are better utilizing fleets. So that is the entire vision of our company at the end of the day. So we are also working with Shell to electrify fleet, to make a greener technology fly on ground. So these are some high level inputs I can give. And I'm happy to, at the end of the session, I'll share a few links. So everybody, please just go through that. That will help a lot. Pratyusha, yes, if you only have skills in Excel, it's fine. You can definitely apply for the role. Okay, Karthik asks, what is the objective of the company? How is it differed from delivery? Uh, Thanks, Karthik, for that question. I'll share you the vision of the company. It's a very different model than what delivery is working. Delivery is a 3PL who aggregates trucks from the market and is himself a transporter. So delivery actually is a transporter on our platform. We are a deep data platform. We have created a deep data platform which connects or engages clients with transporters to get freight intelligence, procurement, and conduct end-to-end operations. So it's quite a different model from delivery. Joshna, so currently we do not offer a work from home kind of a policy. In the future, we would be happy to discuss given the situation revolving around COVID. So no worries on that. Alicia, yes, if you know Excel, it's quite sufficient, but it all depends on your skill set in Excel as well. Bhukia, other than Mumbai, it does not have any other locations. If you are applying, if you're currently based out of Bombay, you may have to relocate to join the organization. Mihir, thanks for your question. It doesn't really matter if you are from a transportation background or not. And if you are, it's a added bonus. If you're not, I'm fine with that as well. To take Chandu's question, yes, I'm happy to take a look at whatever skills that you are good at. If you're not good at Excel, it's something that can be conditioned later on. That's what I'm talking about. To answer Abdul's question, we do provide training. The first week of your joining will be dedicated to training, learning, and your development. And of course, there's since it's a startup, our bandwidth is quite low in terms of trainings, but we do ensure that everybody is seamlessly onboarded and you know what you're doing from day one. Okay, so Ajanya, thanks for your question. First round of selection will be based on your resume as well as the assessment test that has been floated, that will be floated by mUniCampus, which will assess your skill set in Excel, Tableau, and other softwares. To answer Pratyusha's question, whichever branch you are from, if you have the necessary skill sets that I outlined, I'm happy to evaluate your resume. Not a problem at all. Manish, thanks for your question, and you will get to know whether you're selected for second round or not by early next week. To answer David's question, can I detail out on what data analysts do at Logistics, like more specific? To be more specific, what you will be doing is basically you will be analyzing the data that our clients share. For example, they will be sharing certain transportation related data, that what kind of work they've been doing, and which transporters they worked with, what are the rates they have been operating on. And looking at the data, my data analyst team tells me what are the issues, what are the red flags, where are the opportunities in improvement for the client. And accordingly, we then move on to the next step, which is freight procurement, freight operations, and we give other solutions through our product. So that's, to be more specific, these are the certain functions that we'll be performing. So I do see a lot of questions on the timeline for the process. I think mUniCampus will give a brief outline later on what's the tentative timeline for this process. We are looking to conclude within 10 to 14 days, and then you will get the necessary information at the time. Okay, I think I've answered all questions. Is there anybody else who wants to add anything? Yeah, Shivang, you can. I think if I'll leave it to Anita. Anita, if you can take up this question asked by Shivang.
So anybody else with the question, guys, you can also unmute yourself and ask the question directly if you have any. Just
Yeah, ma'am.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, what will be the working hour?
I think Ritabrata will be able to answer this, but
Sure. Pushottam, we start our day at 9.
Okay, sir.
We end our day till work is there, and generally we do cap it at 7. But
okay, sir.
The culture is to finish the day
Okay.
as long as it takes.
And in week there will be 6 working days.
6 working days. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Monday to Saturday.
Okay, sir. That means normally we have to work from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure. My name is Shubham. Sir, my name is
Hi,
Shubham. So my question is like, what about accommodation? Any accommodation provided through your company?
No, not really, Shubham. If you are relocating, the accommodation facilities have to be arranged by yourself only. We can definitely help you out with that. A couple of folks do have come in from Bhopal and other locations outside Bombay, so we can definitely help you arrange that. But ultimately, the ownership is ours. I'll just take up Alisha's question, which is there in the chat. After assessment test, what is the process of interview? Is that JD or interview? So we'll have a group discussion based on the quantum of shortlist that we have. We'll have group discussions, and then we will do a personality assessment test, and then we will move on to the final rounds of interview.
so I hope most of the questions have been answered and we are getting the repeated questions. So just to give you all a brief that the job location is Mumbai. So in case if anybody is relocating from any other place, the accommodation has to be arranged by the candidate itself. Job location is Mulund, Mumbai. Okay, and it's a 6 days working. Rest other details about the assessment and interview. So we are starting that early next week. Everything would be informed to all the candidates who have applied and who have been shortlisted. What is the status via email to all the students by mUniCampus team. So you will get all the updates, when are the interview, what is the interview date, what is the GD date, whether there will be a GD or not, how many rounds of assessment or aptitude test would be there. All this information would be passed on to all you candidates via email. So don't worry about that. Okay. But any other questions apart from this, then you can ask. Else, I think we have answered all your queries.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah,
Hello.
hi, Purna, tell me. Yeah.
Sir, what is the situation? Means we completed first, means in mUniCampus we wrote this test, sir, first round test. Then
Okay.
how will we knowing the results? Means they will,
You
if
will be,
we,
in case Purna, right? So
yes,
Purna,
ma'am.
in case if you get selected for the further round, you will receive an information that okay, you have been shortlisted for the next round and this is the activity what you have to follow. And in case if you have not shortlisted, still you will receive an email that to inform that you have not been selected for the further round. But that will happen soon. It is not yet declared, so you'll have to wait. There are a couple of other candidates who are still appearing for the assessment test and it is still open. So we'll have to wait for some time until we declare the result. Okay, so the
Okay.
results would be declared tomorrow and you all will receive the information about the first aptitude test what you guys have given. Who's shortlisted
Okay,
and who's
ma'am.
not shortlisted. Either tomorrow or by Monday. Everything would be communicated to you guys over email.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions by anybody?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Myself Balram.
No, ma'am. No.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, Balram.
Ma'am, which type of Excel requirement in this company? Just like one example.
So in Excel, we would it would be great if you have skills in data cleaning, data visualization, like creating charts, creating pivot tables, having knowledge about VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, etc. So these are some basic skills, skill set that you basically have to be proficient in Excel, and that's what I'm looking out for.
Okay.
I'll just quickly answer the questions, a few questions if they are not applicable on the chat. Kushagra asks, all these process happens virtually? Yes, mostly it will be happening virtually. If you are in Bombay, we would be definitely asking you to join us in office for an in-person round of interview as well. If you're not in Bombay, we are going to hold the process virtually. Naveen asks, is this role applicable for both freshers and experienced persons? Yes, it is applicable for people with experience from 0 to 3 years. The onboarding date will be within the next 15 to 20 days. So you will be communicated. This is the timeline of rounds that we hold. You will be communicated when will your onboarding date will be if you are selected. How many vacancies are there in the organization? I'm open to as many hires as possible. It depends on the skill sets of people that we interview. If you skip an interview because of exams or because of any other reason, I'm sorry, we won't be rescheduling because it's a large quorum of people that we'll be interviewing. If there is a genuine emergency request that has been made, we are happy to consider that later. Any other questions?
Any other question by anybody? Any questions, anyone? You can type in the chat if you have any questions. Anurag, are you saying something?
No, we just want to share this. We have shared this platform link and the LinkedIn connects for all the key people in the organization. I shared that. I would urge everybody to go and have a look at the vision document, vision video that we have. It's going to give you a better flavor about what we do. Connect us on LinkedIn. Again, there you're going to get more flavor about what we do, who we are, and we look forward for the entire exercise next week.
Yes. So I hope we have answered all the questions. Okay, so we are getting a couple of more questions in the chat, but these are the repeated ones. So again, repeating myself for everybody that the entire hiring process by LogisticsNow will happen through mUniCampus platform in the coming week. So you all will be notified via email when is the aptitude test and who's been shortlisted for the GD, who's been shortlisted for the interview. All this information would be shared with all the candidates via email. Okay. I think Ritabrata from LogisticsNow team has given you all of the details, like what is the salary package, what is the job location, and what are the skill set required for this job. I think all that has already been shared. So anything else apart from this, if anybody has any query, you can either write us over email or you can ask us now. You can type in the chat. We can just wait for 5 more minutes.
And also, of course, you can, I'm sure, Anita, they can access the YouTube video later on, right?
Yes, yes.
That
is
So
available.
I think mUniCampus will also make the pre-placement talk available on YouTube. You can definitely take a look at it. And if I've mostly answered all your queries. If there's anything that I've missed out on that you want to clarify later on, you can reach me out on LinkedIn. I'll be happy to answer.
So I guess we have Mr. Raj Saxena here. We welcome you to the pre-placement talk.
Thank you, and my pleasure to be here. And thank you to each of the students who have attended this session. There are a few links for your further information and insight. We will look forward to each one of you applying and hopefully working with many of you. If you have any questions, feel free to also reach out to me or my colleagues, Ritabrata Ghosh, Anurag, and Anand on LinkedIn. And as well as we would welcome your suggestions. You have a link to the video, which is our vision of what we perceive data science can do for this industry. In short, how data science can transform this industry and how your careers can be built in transforming an industry as opposed to doing a 9-to-5 job. So if you're looking for a 9-to-5 job, we are the wrong place. If you're looking to transform an industry, this is the absolute right place. So with that, Arji, unless there's any questions, I can take your leave.
Yeah, sure. We've answered a lot of questions throughout the last 30 minutes. So yeah, good to go.
Great. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I look forward to seeing many of you in the interviews.
Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Mr. Saxena. Thank you, Ritabrata, and thank you, Anurag.
Thank you, Anita.
To all the candidates. And we'll end the session.
Yeah. Thanks, Anita.